KarQ. We all know him, we love him. His content is the most amazing stuff we have on YouTube. He's the educational guru for Overwatch on YouTube. But have you ever wondered how he made it as a YouTuber? How he managed to both grow his YouTube audience and his Twitch stream at the same time? A couple of months ago, I managed to get an interview with KarQ, and we talk about his legacy and how he built everything up, both YouTube and Twitch, and some interesting facts that you probably didn't know about him. Hope you guys enjoy this video. It's a really special one. And of course, before we go on this video, let's hear from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by the most amazing browser out there, Opera GX. Opera GX is a special version of the Opera browser specifically built for gamers. And there is also a mobile version of Opera GX that can be connected to your desktop version. And I'm gonna tell you just a couple of reasons why you should switch from your boring current browser to Opera GX. First of all, GX Player. You get to connect your Spotify, your Apple Music, or your YouTube Music directly in your browser on the sidebar and play your music from there. And there is also GX Control, where you can stay up to date with free games, new releases, gaming news, new deals, and all of that in an accessible place. So make sure to click the link in the description below, download Opera GX, try it out, you will not regret it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
What's up, everybody? My name is KarQ. I've been making Overwatch videos for about 6 years. It'll be 6 years this December. And I've done a lot of collaborations with a lot of people, including today with Recall. And I stream almost daily, lots of support gameplay, and that's pretty much all I do now.
Let's start with the basics. KarQ. Why is the name KarQ? Do you have like a story behind it? Is it like some initials from your last name and first name or something?
Close. KarQ is actually my Chinese name. It's pronounced KarQ. Yeah, you say it, Recall. KarQ. Yeah.
KarQ. Okay.
Yeah, pretty close. And then when it's written out in English, it's spelled KarKew, which I used to use that name before I managed to get KarQ, because I try to get this username because it's easier to remember when it's just 4 letters, KR and then a capital Q. But then somebody took that username on Twitch. So I used to be twitch.tv/KarKew. And then eventually the name freed up. And then when I got partnered, I think it was just before I got partnered, I put a request like, hey, can I have this username? Because the person hasn't logged in since 2012. It's an inactive username. And then they eventually gave it to me.
That's awesome.
I've been lucky. But yeah, it's just my Chinese name. That's it. That's a secret.
You actually started uploading videos, as you said, back in 2016 or earlier?
Right at the end of 2016. Yeah. I used to make videos just for fun. Even when I was like in school assignments, school projects, I used like a fake Sony Vegas when I was like a teenager, right? Yeah. I didn't buy it. I downloaded like Sony Vegas 7. So I learned how to like make videos when I was really young. And then whenever games came out, different games I would play, I would just make just for fun little highlights. So like I made a couple of League of Legends videos and other things like that. So when Overwatch came around, it was just the same thing. Just make some videos just for fun, right?
Was it always educational stuff, or did you start making more educational stuff with Overwatch?
With Overwatch. So it used to just be like League of Legends, just me like messing around with some friends, making some montages and whatnot. So when Overwatch came out, I decided, I think I did make a fun Overwatch video, just some of my highlights. And then I made one where like, oh, these are the top meta picks in Overwatch or something like that, or top meta picks in season 3. I started season 3 Overwatch to make content at least around December 2016 or late November. And yeah, that one didn't do like that well. I just made a few more after that until one of them hit the algorithm, and then I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. So one tip versus every hero. You said it before, it's your most successful series. Why do you think this one stood out so much? Was it because of the high demand of educational content on specific heroes or on each hero on Overwatch? Was the quality of the clips or the video itself, the tips themselves?
I don't think it was the tips themselves. Like my first one was Junkrat. If you looked up a Junkrat guide or something, you'd probably find that kind of information, but it's always about how you deliver the content. So nobody did like a quick like one tip versus every hero just go down the list kind of style. People would do like 5 Junkrat tips or 5 mistakes Junkrat you make on Junkrat, but then nobody would do like, nobody, at least I saw in Overwatch, nobody did like a matchup tip versus the entire hero roster. So it's delivering the content in a different style. So like maybe you feel like things are stagnant, just figure out a new way to deliver the same type of content in a more creative way, and people get hooked to that. And then I was also able to collaborate with someone who like specializes in the hero, and it allowed me to collaborate with now like hundreds of people in Overwatch, right? And then eventually, you know, I was able to get some like high profile guests before they like made it big. Like I was somehow able to get XQC to join me on a Winston episode. Like he was still
A pro
growing,
player,
so he's
yeah.
not as busy as he is now, but you know, I had Surefour, and like I was able to make connections with all these like high profile people in Overwatch. I'm surprised they just said yes. It's like I started building up decent views on the Junkrat episode, and sometimes you just ask and you never know if they have some time for you, and like, you know.
Yeah. Exactly like now.
Yeah, like right now. Like I got some time, it's all good. Yeah.
But what do you think about PvE? Are you excited about PvE next year? Do you have high hopes?
Yeah.
Any plans on making PvE content on main or second channel?
I'm gonna do it on main, I think. I don't know about making it on second, but definitely like PvE opens up a whole new door of opportunity for types of content. Speedrunners, how to like strategy, like beat certain bosses, how to get through these certain missions quickly, tips on that, tips on certain hero traits, best hero traits.
Oh yeah.
Whatever on the skill tree. Like there's a lot of content you can make from that. So obviously I'm very excited. I don't know how it's gonna play. I did like the Halloween event. Some people said they didn't like it. I enjoyed it.
It was an
But, like
improvement.
it's just one mission, so once you beat it, it's like okay. But it was better than the previous like stand there and shoot the endless waves in the same spot icon wall. You actually have to like go through the icon wall map a little bit, or Aldensburg or whatever they called it.
It felt more like a PvE mission and less of a hero shooter, tower defense or whatever.
Tower defense, yes, that's right. It did feel like a more of a mission. Grab the key, like different mission stages, and it felt like a little mini raid.
You have been streaming on Twitch for 6 years or so?
Yep.
And you have almost 240,000 followers, which is insane considering you're doing YouTube full-time as well, and you're streaming almost full-time as well. And it's so much time on both things. I cannot comprehend how you balance it and how you manage to grow both audiences.
Yeah.
But I want to know what you like and dislike about streaming.
I mean, I just enjoyed, that's my only way to like play the game. I don't play the game off stream because there's no time. Like if I'm going to play Overwatch, I have to do it on stream. And that's like the benefit is like, if I'm going to play it, might as well stream it. What I don't like is that it has to be me. On YouTube, you're able to outsource a lot of the stuff now. So like stuff can get done without you physically being there. The only thing I need to physically do is my voice and recordings and stuff. But like somebody else can now lay out the editing, like the layout. People can make thumbnails for you if you don't do them yourself. I still do a lot of my stuff myself, but like, yeah, that's the benefit of stream. I get to play. Downside of stream, I have to play. Like that's where a lot of the time goes into. So before I hired out and got help for other pieces, I was doing both full time, and then my YouTube would suffer because I would only upload once every month. But now I'm able to like have a higher output because I realize it's much easier to just outsource stuff.
Did streaming have a toll on your mental? And did it maybe take out the fun of the game? So you just play it more as a job now and not to enjoy the game?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's why I actually kind of stopped playing Overwatch. In 2020, I started adding a lot of variety. Like I was like, finally, like Overwatch is just like so boring. I wasn't enjoying it. And then I was like, this is a time now to play the games I never got to play because I was just only playing Overwatch for so many years. So I finally was able to play like Zelda Breath of the Wild and like the first God of War and like all these games. I was like, wow, like I never played Portal before. So people were like, play Portal. I was like, oh, okay. Have you played Portal?
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, Portal 2 and stuff. And I was like, oh, like these are fun. So like I was kind of on a Overwatch break for a while, actually, from even earlier this year before Overwatch 2 and all of 2021 and late 2020. I just played a ton of variety. Like if you look at my Twitch stats, it was like Overwatch, my hours were cut in half. I'd actually play Overwatch for like 2 hours and then I play variety for like 3-4 hours afterwards. Yeah.
That's great.
And that was the only way I could like stay sane.
Exactly. So you've been making content and streaming for many years, but now I want to know why did you actually start playing Overwatch? And specifically, like, was it because you had previous experience in FPS? Was it because the art style, or maybe the fact that it was a new IP that Blizzard has started that they never touched before?
I don't know. I think it was just good marketing. I was just looking for fun games to play. I'm a big gamer anyways. I played a lot of League. I played a lot of Hearthstone at the time too. What else was I playing? I did have a lot of FPS background. I was a fairly high competitive Halo 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 player on console when I was a teenager. I was like the highest rank in Halo on all the playlists, like 50 in every playlist.
Damn.
And I would just spam queue a playlist called MLG, or called MLG. Oh, yeah, I think it was. But anyways, it was MLG rule set and stuff. And then
Yeah.
I would just play that. That was the hardest. I wasn't able to maintain 50 too long. I would go up and down. That's where all the pro players would like try to play in that playlist. Because like everything else, like Team Slayer, Team Doubles was a lot more casual. But the MLG playlist was the hardest. Then I was really good at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I like played on game battles teams for Search and Destroy. And then I played a bit of CSGO when I switched to PC. Went to university. I didn't bring my console. And then I just played like CSGO, a lot of League. And then when Overwatch came out, I just bought it. It wasn't anything like, it was just like a new IP. It was like looking very hype. So I just tried it out.
Yeah.
That was it. And then I was like, oh, I like this game. That's it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So you could have been a professional Halo or COD player if you wanted to, if you wanted that career, right?
Maybe, yeah, maybe if I pursued it and like tried out for teams a bit more properly and like dedicated time, maybe. But you know, this was 2007, 2008, so like the esports scene wasn't as evolved. It's, you know, a lot harder to justify.
You would get paid in chocolate probably, or some burgers and stuff.
Not even chocolate. I would just get paid in like the free water at the venue or something. Not even, you'd lose money actually going there because you put the pay to go. And yeah.
And you pay the entrance fee actually for the tournaments. Even though you're like the top player, you have to pay like
exactly
$50 to be in the tournament. When was the moment you realized that this YouTube thing can actually be your job and not just a hobby? Like, did you have any specific videos that went viral or made you see the potential? Or was it more of a slow understanding in like a year that you, eventually I can achieve my goal and make this a full-time job while I'm doing like other things?
I had one viral video like that first month I started. Like I made I think 3 straight videos. Like, you know, not too many people watched it. I was shared on like the competitive Overwatch subreddit, and some people would be like, oh, it's a good video, nicely done, and that's it. It'd be like 3,000 views, which is really good when you like first start and you have no audience, right? And then I had one video called the difference between HP, shield, and armor. It's like a guide.
I remember watching that video because I had no idea that there was a difference.
I thought that was just, everyone's like new to the game. They didn't realize, there's new stuff. And then I did a video like that. It didn't actually do that well on Reddit. People were like, this is so obvious. Of course, there's armor and stuff. And then on YouTube, it was like, whatever. It didn't do that well as well. And then I remember going to sleep, maybe like a couple days later. Do you know how like a random video just like
just blows up? Just
hit algorithm. I went to sleep and I woke up the next day and it was at like 2,000 views. And then the next day I woke up and it was at like 150K. And I was like, whoa, what happened overnight? Apparently the algorithm like something randomly blew up. And I was like, oh, so many subscribers. I still had the email notification when somebody subscribed on YouTube. And then I got like I had like maybe like 300 subscribers on YouTube, and I went to like 6,000 overnight after that one video. So I had like 6,000 emails getting in my inbox from people subscribing. I was like, oh my god, what happened? And then I was like, oh, maybe there's potential here. So then I kept making videos for the next couple of months. Actually, nothing really like did as well as that one for almost like 5 months, and I was not full-time yet. I was working 2 different part-time jobs and going back to school for marketing. I already had a degree. I had a degree in kinesiology, but like I couldn't get a job relevant in my field because I had no experience. I kind of just got the degree. I played a lot of League of Legends when I was in school. It's a different story. I was not a good student. But you know, like I just made videos for 5 months, and then eventually like another one finally hit algorithm and went viral. It was like common mistakes for every support hero or something like that. And then a couple months later, that's when I started, and I think in August 2017 I started the one tip series. First one was with Junkrat.
August 2017, the legacy began.
Yeah, the legacy began. I started with that one, and then the rest was history. That series was like my best performing series by far. Some of the old ones have so many views. It's crazy how fast how many people watch that stuff.
Are you working on anything special that we should look forward to? And you can give us a hint.
I wouldn't say anything like special, but just like more one tip stuff. Doing stuff that works for me is what I'm doing that's special. And just doing more of that. Nothing too surprising right now. So no hints there, unfortunately. Just my goal is just to be more consistent. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
You don't get to see a KarQ video every day, so whenever it comes, it is special.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, and that was it. This was the interview that I managed to make with KarQ about a couple of months ago. And yeah, it was one of the most interesting things that I've done for this channel. KarQ is an amazing person, great creator, rich history. I got to know a lot of things about him and his career so far. And let me know in the comments down below if you want to see the whole 1 hour, 1.5 hour VOD. I might be able to upload it and put it as unlisted somewhere and just link it in the description below. I'm not sure about it yet. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this type of content. Of course, go to KarQ's channels and just subscribe and give him all the love. He deserves it. He's an amazing person. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.